In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a diptych or triptych in Pixlr. So it's very similar to Photoshop if you already watched that video, but there's a couple slight differences. So the first thing I recommend is to make sure you have all of your images open already in Pixlr. It's just a lot easier than having to go and open them separately and then you're trying to switch around and everything. So first, just open all 2 or 3 of your images. The next thing that you want to do is rotate any of the images. So this picture of my husband, I need to go to image and rotate so I get it the right way. And if I can't see the whole image and I want to see the whole image, I could either drag the corner, or I can always use this navigator up in the corner to kind of zoom out. So now I have all 3 of my images that I want to combine together. Now we are going to use the canvas method that you might have seen in the Photoshop video. But annoyingly, I think Pixlr has a limit of like 4,000 pixels in width or something. I tried this before and I tried to make it 6,000 pixels and it wouldn't work. So we may have to shrink down parts of the image. So the first thing that I'm going to do is choose what I want as my center image. So I want this one as my center image. So I am going to go up back to image and go to canvas size. So there's a difference between image size and canvas size. Image size is the size of your picture. Canvas size is the size of the area that the picture's on. Right now, my image size and my canvas size are the same, which is why you don't see any kind of border. But I can change my canvas size. And first thing I want to do is say, where's my anchor? My anchor is that center photo. So if I say, okay, I want my anchor in the middle, then when I add to the width, it's going to add space on either side. So I am going to, let's try this again at 6,000, but it might not let me. The reason I'm choosing 6,000 is because I went to art school. I didn't study math. So I'm just estimating because I need as much space as I have in the middle on both sides. So I'm just estimating that this is 2,000 pixels. And so if I want 2,000 more on the left and 2,000 more on the right, that would equal 6,000 pixels. So let's see if it lets me do it, but I don't think it will. So I'm going to type 6,000, but I kind of feel like it's actually only going to, yeah. See, if you saw really quick, it dropped down to 4,000. But that's okay, because what I can do is just select this center area and use my transform tools to make that a little smaller. This is going to be a little bit more annoying than in Photoshop, but it's all right. So I'll go to Edit Transform, or Control T. Oh, it's being a little slow. Oops. Say no. So Control T, let's try that. Oh, it gave me a new tab. Oh, Pixlr, I hardly ever use you. This is why. So let's try Edit Transform one more time. I apologize for this. Okay, now we have the bounding box, and I can drag and make that a little bit smaller. And what I'll do is then press Enter to accept those changes. Now, yeah, I have extra space on the top and bottom, but we can crop those later. So now I go over to this image because I think I want this image on the left-hand side because I kind of like the idea that this and the horizon line might meet up. So the first thing I need to do here is select all. So under, I can either select it with this, or I can do Yes, I want to select all. And now I need to copy it. So Control C for copy. I'm working on a Chromebook. Control V for paste. And let's do Control T. Oh, sorry. On my Chromebook, it's Shift T. And let's make that smaller. Make it kind of the size of this. And then we can move it over. And let's get that kind of lined up there. Make any more adjustments that you may need to get that lined up. And press Enter when you're done. And let's go to the other image, which is actually wider than I need it to be, but it's okay because I'll crop it off at the end. Let's again use the selection tool. Select all. Going to copy. Go back to this image. Paste, which is Control V. It's probably under Edit Paste. Now it's too big, so I do Control T. Oh, I just made that mistake 3 times in a row. Sorry, on my Chromebook it's Shift T. And let's try and get this lined up. I might even kind of stretch it so that horizon line lines up in a way that works for my image. Perfect. Okay, press Enter. And then I like now that I kind of have this line leading up, and it goes to here, and it goes down, and then it goes over to here, and then it kind of sweeps down. So once I use my crop tool and crop this image, it will be exactly how I want it to be, with this kind of interesting horizon line that goes across, but different things going on in the background. I press Enter. And now I have my image. I have 3 different layers. Again, if I wanted to do anything, the little layer with the little huts there, I'd have to be on layer 3. If I wanted to do something with the left-hand layer, I would have to click on layer 4. Say I wanted to make it bigger or smaller or something like that. And then this is my background layer. So at this point, I would just save the image. If you want to be able to make edits later, then you do need to save it as I believe they call it a PXD, to preserve those layers. But just to turn it in for class, choose JPEG. And I always like to put the quality all the way up. You can give it a name. Or it's not letting me. All right. Because it's working on my quality right now. It's a little slow to be editing photos on a Chromebook, but I have to say, years ago, I didn't ever think that that would be an option. So Pixlr is a great thing to be able to edit on a Chromebook. So I can call this Swiss Triptych and press OK. And then the image will be ready to turn in to class. If you have any questions at all, please let me know, and I will be happy to help you. I'm looking forward to seeing your photos.